Happy Sunday morning. It's starting to get nice and the flea market is really picking up. Other than one set of game hunters that are usually there, not a whole lot there, and you kind of get there early and move quick, you get a lot of good deals, and today worked out pretty well. So let's take a look at what we got here. So first, vendor had a handful of games and picked up NCAA 14. It's in pretty good shape. I'll just put it on the disc resurfacer, clean it up. I only paid $2 for it, so definitely a good pickup. Always grab those because that's the last year they made NCAA football, so they sell pretty easily. Next was a Dreamcast, which is going to kind of follow the SEGA theme here today and for the past couple weeks anyways. It's in pretty good shape. It doesn't have any of the cords, but I actually have all the cords. I just have a dirtier Dreamcast, so hopefully I can get all the cords out. I picked up all those Dreamcast games yesterday. Hopefully I can get those to work, test them on this, and then kind of get those bundled out in a lot together. So like I said, 10 bucks, great pickup. The guy has stuff. He thinks he has more than what he actually does, and he always has the cords. You just can never find them or bring them. All right, and then the last pickup here. So if you looked at my Instagram post, you got a little clue as to what it is. But first, we have this PS2 Slim, and it is the second model, I believe, that has, oh no, this is the first. It doesn't have the battery backup built into it. 2 Sony memory cards, came with 2 controllers. One's this aftermarket controller, so nothing crazy there. But it did have all the cords. No games though. She wanted $25 for it, and then she wanted $45 for this. So Sega Saturn with handful of games. Daytona USA. I think this is Virtual Cop, Virtual Fighter, broken case in there. See, Bust a Move 2, NBA Jam, RBI Baseball, Impact Racing, and True Pinball. So probably not the craziest games. I didn't look them up. Comes with 2 Sega Saturn controllers, all the cables. It's in pretty good shape. She wanted $45 for it. I offered her $60 for everything, and I gave her some other information. She's a reseller and a yard saler to help her out, so I think I might be able to start getting some good deals from her. But yeah, so I paid $60 for that, so I spent $72 today. Honestly, I'd probably be able to get more than that for the Sega Saturn stuff. There was a box Super Nintendo that was super clean, but the Super Nintendo was just nasty. It was very yellowed. So I passed on it. He wanted $150. There were a handful of games too, but nothing crazy. It definitely wasn't worth quite that much. If I needed it for my collection, maybe, but no, not the way that it was. So all in all, not a bad little Sunday. That's probably all I'm gonna do. I sold the Commodore 64 last night, and I also sold, what else did I sell? Oh, I sold a boxed PlayStation 2 Slim. So those were good ones there. So it's always a nice way to wake up. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more pickups. All right, guys. Happy Saturday. So kind of a slower week, I guess. It looks like a lot of stuff, but really it was pretty much all bought today. All in all, can't complain. I spent $28 today, and I think I didn't spend much more than that last week. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we got. So you can see we have this group of loose discs here, plus these PlayStation 2 and 3 games scattered around. But up here we have all these Dreamcast games. I definitely haven't come across Dreamcast games in the wild before. You can see a couple good ones: the Power Stones, the Marvel vs. Capcom. Pretty decent pickups, but they're pretty scratched. All these games are really, really scratched. So I guess we're kind of gonna see what the Easy Pro is made of here, to see if we can bring these back to life. The guy said they worked. I don't really know. To be honest, I only paid $20 for them, so surely I'll get one out of them and I won't lose everything. But you can see as we run through, I have a Dreamcast, so I will be able to test them, and like I said, hopefully I'll be able to revive them with a disc resurfacer. Some PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games mixed in. They're just kind of in rough shape. I don't know, the guy said that someone stole his car, so he was selling everything, and he didn't have any of this stuff anymore because it was all in the car. So I don't know. It was strange, but it was first thing in the morning, and I knew someone else was going to pick them up. Got Spyro up there, a couple of the Metal Gear Solids, Grand Theft Auto, the Ratchet and Clanks. So all in all, not too bad. Like I said, I only paid $20 for all that stuff. So the Power Stone games are worth that much as long as I can get them to work. Next was last week's pickup that you saw, the 6-player adapter. I think I only paid $2 for it. I don't know, I'd never seen it before, so I grabbed it. I also grabbed what you don't see here, is a Spartan Xbox 360 controller, themed controller. Pretty nice. You'll see a picture of it in the pickups, but just not here. Last was this Desert Storm GameCube game. It started at $2.99, went to $1.50, and then it was 65 cents at the thrift store. I figured the next stop was the garbage, so just to save it from that fate, I picked it up. So it looks kind of interesting. I might give it a shot. And then last we had this Guitar Hero Legend of Rock bundle. I paid $8 for it, as you can see. Came with the game, the guitar, didn't have all the stickers all crazy placed. The box is in okay shape. Everything else is really, really nice though. So like I said, $8 was a good pickup. The comps on eBay are kind of high up there. So hopefully that'll be a quick, easy flip. I also picked up, what you won't see, was a Breath of the Wild official guide and a Elder Scrolls Skyrim guide. I got both of those for 99 cents. I actually already sold the Breath of the Wild guide on eBay for $20. So pretty good pickup there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment, like, hit the subscribe. Let me know that you're watching, and I got a couple new things coming up for the channel, so stay tuned. Thanks. Alright guys, what's up? I know it has been a while since I've put out a video. It's just been pretty busy, so I haven't been able to go out much. Haven't really found much at the thrift store and stuff, but these are my finds from about 2 weeks ago. Pretty much all at the flea market, except for a couple of things. So let's take a look and see what we got. So I came up to a vendor who kind of resells everything. A lot of yard sales. She's always there on Sundays. Saturdays I've seen her out a little bit, but she's pretty nice and pretty decent deals. So I was one of the very first ones there and came across this. She had this Sega Saturn with the 2 controllers, and then the 3 games that are complete, and then these 3 just sleeve games, which are in kind of rough condition, I guess. But the Sega Saturn and she had this PS2 with a controller, 2 memory cards, all the cords. She wanted 45 and 25, and she let me get both of them for $50. So I don't ever see Sega stuff ever. In the last 3 weeks, I have found nothing but Sega stuff, so I couldn't really pass it up. The games are in pretty good shape, other than the cases. The discs are pretty good. Honestly, the PlayStation, I will be able to pretty much flip that with no problem, which is pretty simple. So I'm going to bundle that with a couple games and get that out, and I'll definitely be able to make my money off of what I paid for everything. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Sega Saturn. I don't really have any attachment to it, so I might sell it. I kind of want to play NBA Jam and maybe World Series Baseball with that Chipper Jones on it, and see what those games play like. But yeah, for $50, not too bad. Next was, a good one, NCAA football 14, the last year that they made college football. I think I paid $3 for it. It was kind of odd. It was sitting on the table. Some other people had passed it up. I don't really know why. They always pick up video games, so I'm not really sure what they look for. I think they look just for Nintendo stuff, so they kind of overlooked this. So I was definitely happy to grab it. That'll be a quick, easy sell for sure. And then last were 2 thrift store finds. It was this PS3 controller. It didn't have the cable. It was attached to a PS3. They wanted $50 untested for the PS3. The controller was actually labeled $3.99 by itself. So I actually just took the cable off of the PlayStation, wrapped it around the controller, made it look like it went together. I go there enough, nobody really questions me, so paid $3.99 for it. So it's a nice controller, easy to flip, and honestly, I can trade it in for more than that. And then the last one was the Super Mario World 2. It was $1.99. You definitely can't pass it up when you see it because it's also a great bundler. So yeah, all in all, not too bad. I'm going to couple this with a video of a couple weeks ago, so you'll kind of see them in somewhat of a succession. I will be around all weekend. It is supposed to be nice, so I'll be out again. And thanks for watching. Comment, hit the like button. I'm thinking about, once I get things going, I'm going to do a game room tour. It is very small, but you kind of see what I'm working with. Also, I have all those Dreamcast games that you just saw. I'm going to work on getting those resurfaced this weekend as well. I also did find a Sega Dreamcast that I don't have in here. I got it for $10. It was just the Dreamcast, no cords, anything like that. But it was very, very clean. And I have one that's not quite as nice, with all the cords and things like that. So that I also picked up. So all in all, I think I spent $72 at the flea market. I'll easily be able to make that between the NCAA football and the PlayStation 2 itself. So again, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll get some more stuff out for you this weekend.